Welcome back to the Be Ruthless Show. I'm your host, Sam Ruth. Thought I would come in live for another episode. I'm still standing. It is important to show up and tune in when life is happening. And I want to thank all of my friends, family, and especially my clients for the love and support with my real life chaos. Life just keeps lifing for all of us. So many of you are going through it. I am going through it, and life is busy. Life is happening, and things just keep happening. We are all going through it. And right in the midst of the holidays, right in the midst of less than 2 weeks away from healing together through the holidays, Dallas is going through something really, really major, and I can't imagine anything more difficult for me. Obviously, she is my baby, and I lost Sassy just over 6 months ago. I'm still reeling from that. My dad has his own health issues. I'm going through mine. I literally am just starting to feel okay after going through all of my oral surgeries and everything. It knocked me on my butt. So this is taking the wind out of my sail. You guys help me through it. Every message, every prayer, every thought means so, so much. And I feel all of your pain when you go through it. So this knocked me down. I just wanted to get in bed, snuggle with her, talk to Jim and Sassy, and quit this event, right? Like, I don't care about anything other than her being okay, figuring out getting her an appointment. For those of you that don't know what's going on, I took her to the vet to get a heartworm check and refill heartworm, and they found a mass in a very bizarre, difficult place. So just removing it and scheduling surgery is not the simple option. So that is extremely difficult to process. I live in Traverse City, Michigan, where getting an appointment is just not simple. So I spent all of Monday trying to get an appointment, to find a specialist, to see her, to find out what our options are. Is surgery best because of where it's located? It could mean that we have to take part of her ear, all of her ear. I don't want to talk about this because I'm emotional and I want to keep it together for this episode. So then I finally miraculously manifest an appointment next week. I was being told I couldn't get her seen until next year. And then I get one in Detroit. All of this is time away from appointments with you, work, and I'm still standing here. So please, please, please get your tickets for Healing Together Through the Holidays in honor of National Grief Awareness Week. This is a form of grief. This event is in honor of all types of loss. I am doing this, and we are looking for authors still, and we have speakers and animal communicators and people representing all different types of animal therapy and pet loss and different types of pet memorial things in honor of Sassy. And now I want you to do it for Dallas because she is not even 7.5 and happy, healthy, playful pup who is going to be with us for years to come. And the power of affirmations, the power of the work I do, the power of what we will be talking about at this event matters now, right? It is easy, not easy. Doing the work when things are smooth sailing is simpler than when it matters the most. I will have people call and say, can I cancel my appointment? Or I'm canceling my appointment. I'm not doing so great. And I will say, this is when you need it the most, right? This is when I need it the most. When I want to crawl into bed, curl up, snuggle with her in Denver, and just say, forget everything. Let's just take time with each other and do life, right? Nothing else matters. That is when the work matters the most. that is when this event matters the most. When times are tough and when we want to give up, that is when it matters the most. That is when we have to challenge ourselves. That is when we have to do the pushing. And I also want to remind you that pushing through, that faking it until you make it, is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the self-love kind of work, the work that lifts you up, surrounding yourself with the people that lift you up. I am not talking about the things that drain you, that make you feel worse, that make your pain more intense, that make our struggling last longer. So we're less than 2 weeks away. The pre-event is a week from today. The pre-event begins the night before Thanksgiving because, let's face it, everyone, the holidays have already started. We see the cheer, we see the lights, we see the celebration, and I'm not in the mood now, right? I'm one of the people I'm talking about. If you're going through it, if you have holiday parties, and if you're not up for the cheer, maybe you aren't going to go. Maybe you're going to go and you're like me. You're going to say, I'm dealing with some stuff, but I'm showing up. I'm here. I'm going to celebrate with everyone, but my happiest face isn't on. I'm dressed. I'm still standing. I pulled myself together. I'm doing it for Dallas, right? Who are you doing it for? I'm doing it for Sassy. I'm doing it for Jim every day, right? But that doesn't always mean that just because I look okay on the outside, that I'm okay on the inside. And these invisibles, the reason this event exists for all of these invisibles, and I wear them like a badge of honor. And if I would wear a sash, I would wear a badge of honor. Some people feel like it's a badge of shame. And I believe it's a badge of honor because if we don't share, if we don't wear the badges, people don't know. And people today in my world need to know that it is me, it is not you. I'm not okay. And so if I'm a little bit off, it's because of what I'm going through. I'm giving you data. I want you to know that I'm struggling and it has nothing to do with anyone other than me. If we don't share those details, people might think I'm not interested. People might think I'm bored or I'm yawning or I'm not paying attention, right? When we are dealing with loss, grief, trauma, pain, anxiety, health, illness, all of the ... The list is so long, and this event covers all of. We don't perform the same. We don't concentrate the same, right? So teachers, bosses, everyone. Someone asked me if I speak in workplaces, right? And I think it's so important in the schools and workplaces because we don't perform the same way, but we look the same, don't we? And so the expectations of us is the same. And if people don't know what we're going through, we will not have anyone treat us differently. And treat us differently can be a good thing, right? Today, I need to be treated differently. And I have been, with love and support. If I didn't tell people what I was going through, I could be treated with judgment and criticism. And there might be people judging and criticizing me right now for sharing this with the world. Those aren't my people. And many, many struggle with needing to be loved by all, right? And it is okay that we're not loved by all. I don't need those people in my world today or any day. I need the love and support. I don't need anything or anyone in my life that's going to make it more difficult, because life on its own does that. We have challenges and stresses and things that we can't control that make life difficult. And I will I intentionally every single day do my best to remove, not add anything that will add pain, right? I have enough of it in my world. So how many people choose what they watch on TV and add stress, add drama, right? Now we can watch a dramatic TV show because that's entertainment, but some people watch politics or things that add emotional stress, add chaos, add turmoil to their world, right? This event will help with any and all of those things, first and foremost, we heal together. We do not heal by ourselves. So if I stayed in my bubble with my two who are playing, if you hear in the background, I would have me, myself, and I, and them, and my voice only, right? I would not have other people sharing their ideas, their input, their resources. We live in this world with noise and um, ideas, right? That we are conditioned to believe boys don't cry, girls don't play football, right? All of these things that aren't true, but we can subscribe to. We can decide that, you know what, maybe that is the way this world works. I have a 9-year-old client who plays hockey and football, and I tell her she's the coolest thing, right? I didn't have those thoughts, those options in my little 9-year-old brain. I didn't think that was a world that existed, right? I subscribed to the fact that that wasn't an option. She does not, right? We get to decide. We get to decide if we want to play by those rules. There are some rules that we just don't have an option, laws, speed limits, right? But girls playing football, not a law. So this event, I want to tell you who is participating because we have some really fun things happening 2 weeks from today. If you are in the Northern Michigan area at Low-Bi in Traverse City, where you can have the best mac and cheese, really, truly, if you are looking for the best mac and cheese, my brother is going to come this summer with my nieces and agree. We're having benefit bingo. Low-Bi bingo, benefit bingo. Come play. I will be there after the event. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. We are having all sorts of local support. Moomer's Ice Cream, we are revealing Grief Hab's very own special flavor. We are saving the date. We're not sharing that with you until National Grief Awareness Week officially begins on December 2nd. Do it for Dallas. If you are in this area, please come on out, check out the flavor. We will have our own little area in the store where you can see the display. We'll have our calendars there and you can check out all things Grief Hab, have the ice cream reveal, have a scoop. Part of the proceeds go to Grief Hab. Love the local support. We have things in Mundo's Coffee. I'm going to share next week. I'm going to wait. We have a brewery doing beers for tears because let's face it, grief does come with pain. There's crying. I still cry every day. It's not the same as my early deep crying when literally like hysterical, hyperventilating, you can't breathe, that type of crying. I have happy tears. I can cry with memories of favorite stories, fun times, and think about good days. And I can cry when I am telling Jim a story and be walking and talking and have tears, not curled up in a ball, not able to do anything. I can still have sad tears. I cry when I'm writing letters to him, but it is not the debilitating type of tears. But I still have tears. And so we are doing beers for tears. So part of those proceeds will go to Grief Hab, and all of the funds for Grief Hab go directly to our clients in some way, shape, or form, whether it is someone who does not have funds for a funeral, because do you know that the average cost of a funeral is over $7,500? Or if it is someone who cannot afford services like a retreat that we have. And our retreats, part of this event is an actual retreat if you are in this area from December 4th through the 7th at Lake Arbutus Camp YMCA Hiawatha Camps. We have partnered with this beautiful organization that does amazing things. They have boys camps on Torch Lake and girls at Lake Arbutus, which is where we will be overlooking the lake, campfire. You can see us virtually. Remember, this streams virtually everywhere. So get your free tickets now so that anyone, anywhere can participate. And the event, like I said, the pre-event begins on November 26th. There's a library. Every day, beginning the 26th, you will get an email with a talk, with a resource. And then once you see it, it will live in this library. The next day, the next talk and resource will be added. And that library will be open until March. So then during the event, if you're at work, if you are enjoying holiday time, if you're just out and about, if you're Netflix and chilling and you miss something, do not fret. You will not be able to interact with the speakers and participate in some of the live raffles and Q&As, but you can go back, go to the library, see everything on demand at your convenience, in your jammies, in bed, and it will still be there. So you won't miss the talks. Every resource that the speakers share will be there. Most of them have communities that you can join. And so all of those things will be there from November 26th all the way until March, because holidays don't end when National Grief Awareness Week ends, right? We still have Christmas and New Year's, and people struggle through Valentine's Day and so many things. And so why do I do this? Why am I doing this? People have asked me as I'm out and about, putting out flyers and sharing this event and talking about it, did I make this up? I'm not joking. I'm not being facetious. I'm not being silly. Is this my Grief Hab created, made up thing? Am I just trying to be cute and put something out there? These are real. Today is it's either National or International Men's Day. These are real legal awareness days, no different than a holiday like Thanksgiving. These are real days, just like fun days that you see that Facebook announces, and you get an alert on Facebook now. Did you know that tomorrow is Donut Day, Apple Cider Day? Do you want to make a post? It is no more difficult for Facebook or a calendar, or you, if you have power at any school or organization or company, to add this to your calendar. It is so many awareness days, weeks, months currently. My phone died and it is currently charging. So I can't tell you. For 2025, we're going to look at my last year calendar. But it is Adoption Awareness Month. It is Home Care and Hospice Month. It is Family Caregivers Month. It is Worldwide Bereaved Siblings Month, right? Why are these not on all calendars? Why is Facebook not giving us an alert saying, would you like to make a post? I love the fun ones. I love them. I think it's great. I think there's even a Slurpee Day. And I love that then 7-Eleven says, come get a free Slurpee. How many people do you know who have lost a sibling? I was at lunch yesterday with someone. If this was on every calendar, you could be reaching out. You could be sending a card. You could be saying, would you like to go to lunch? Would you like a hug? Sending a heart emoji, anything. I have to cough. You could be doing anything, right? But we don't have that reminder. Everyone in this world who has lost a sibling knows they're in this club they didn't ask to join. Everyone who has a friend or loved one that has lost, that would love to do more, only knows if I remind them, if we post, and if it was on calendars, we could do more. If you have the power, please get the calendar. But if you have the power to add it to a calendar, that would be wonderful. Help Grief Hab get these days legally added. Help by getting this calendar in your organization. You can get the 2025 awareness calendar now. Everyone who gets the calendar can join the first Me First movement. You will get to be a part of a call every month beginning December 16th for 90 minutes, not just with me, with everyone you meet from the event. And I'm having the speakers participate so you can continue to connect with them, share their magic, use their gifts, and continue healing and taking care of yourself. We will have a theme. Each call will talk about taking care of yourself, using the skills that you learn that you will be able to walk out the door with, whether you're at your house or in person, immediately. These are things that we don't see. Again, just like the Invisible Awareness Day, people don't recognize that healing through art and healing through writing and animal therapy and healing through nature, these are real things. These make a difference. Combining things like this with therapy, combining things like this with what you are already doing makes it work faster. It is a shortcut. These need to be talked about more. I want people to understand that journaling matters, and we don't just recognize this at the event because I want you to go out and get a journal. This is really therapeutic. People do creative outlets all of the time. Why do we have arts and crafts in school? Why don't we do more of these things? Why don't we talk about it? So thank you so much to our partners. Thank you so much to our sponsors. There are so many. I'm going to forget them. You will be able to meet many of them. They will be at the events. We have incredible speakers. If you have something that you would like to share in this world and you feel like it's not recognized, please speak up, reach out. I believe it matters, and there are people who will value it. It does matter, and it's just not necessarily understood in the rooms that you're in. This is the room. I am probably forgetting a lot of things. We have pizza places that are getting involved. We have so much support. My message today is that we are all going through something, and doing it for Dallas is my reason. You have a reason, and your reason matters. Maybe you have a sick child. Maybe you have a sick spouse. Maybe there's car problems. We are all going through something, but that can be a motivating factor. Again, I wanted to curl up in a ball, cuddle with Dallas, Denver, and just cry to Sassy and Jim and Harley, who doesn't get enough mention. And that's another story for another day. But I'm turning that into a reason to ask you all to get your tickets. The world needs to know that there is a National Grief Awareness Week. Other organizations need to be doing things like this so that we all can go get support at the corner, at the local shop, everywhere, because we all have been through and will go through loss multiple times in life. And so will everyone we know. And we need to know how to talk about it. We need to know outlets for how to deal with it. What works today might not work tomorrow. We need to have lists and options. We need to have people. Our friends and family are amazing, but we need to have more people and places to turn to. Thank you for being here for me. It really means a lot. And I'm not just saying that. I appreciate every single call, text, message, hug, virtual hug. And if I don't respond, I'm seriously overwhelmed with all of these things and making sure Dallas and I get to her appointment and this event is a success. Until next time, always be ruthless.